Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome into the Rockstar Flipper YouTube channel. Thank you, everybody, for joining me Thursday night, every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Rockstar Flipper YouTube channel. What's going on, everybody? We're going to talk a little bit about my new 100 days of summer, and 100 awesome items to sell. And also, I have some homework for you, ladies and gentlemen, to do tonight and this weekend. So make sure that you stay tuned for the homework, because it's 5 steps I guarantee will help you sell more stuff this weekend and on eBay and next week. So welcome, everybody. Say hello. We have a couple admins in the house. I saw Adam is here. If you guys haven't checked out Adam's YouTube channel, he's almost to 1,000 subscribers. Adam's Exploits, he's right there in the channel, and he can help you out with subscribing, giving you the link for that, so that you can get into those 1,000 subs. So how's everybody's week? I always start off with asking everybody how it's been going, how the sales have been, whether eBay's better, Amazon's better, who started on Amazon, who started a new platform. In the chat, just put a little bit of how your week has been, and I'll get rolling. Little quick hello to everyone who is over there in the chat. It looks like we got about 50 people. Paul, sorry for your loss, I saw on social media, and sorry about that Spirit Airlines flight getting canceled that you can't make it out there. Okay, so let's jump into it. Oh, there's Flippin' Hippos, my other admin, Star and Keith in the house. They'll be in Vegas with me. A lot of these people will be in Vegas, so if you are coming to Vegas, please do say hello to us. Do come Monday night and hang out, and we'll meet everybody. Okay, so if you didn't see on my channel, today was day 2. I'm posting 1 item per day, 1 bolo item to look out for 100 straight days. It's going to be clothing, shoes, electronics, home goods, toys, video games, you name it. I'm going to cover as many of them as I can. These are a lot of items that are available in some of my bolo guides, some of the bundles, which I will link for you guys if you want all 700 of them without waiting for videos and getting 600 additional. They're over in the chat. You can grab them. I'll also put it down in the description box. But the first 2 days, number 1, I had to start with my favorite. It's Robert Graham button down, button up, button front shirts. They're flip cuffs. They're usually worth 30, 40 bucks, up to 50 if they're special, 60, 70, and if they're limited edition, 100 plus. You can go check the video out. Today was Lucchese country western boots, and in general, country western boots do awesome, period. Lucchese are high-end handmade boots out of Texas, San Antonio originally, El Paso now. They're made for presidents and celebrities and country stars. In fact, they're in country songs like you know, Tim McGraw, I think, has in a song, and he wears them. The Better in Boots song, all those type of things. So, okay. So, shout out from Kansas. Welcome in, Michael from Kansas. Thank you so much. Poshmark better this week. eBay super slow. Sales are slow, and I'm going to give you guys the 5 pieces of homework to do in order to make sure the sales are as good as they can be. I can't guarantee you that summer's not going to slow down, because it is, but I will guarantee you that I'm going to give you all the steps needed to try to make it less slow, as the least amount of slowness as possible. Okay, so I want to jump into that, because I looked through a lot of stores. I did a ton of store reviews over the last couple of weeks, and during May I did a ton, like probably 300 plus stores. And here are the 5 things. I always put these down, and I've covered most of this, but I want to get into detail. I want to really give you guys the steps to tackle summer sales and make sure that that we don't have people inside of this chat or in my private group or anything who can't get their sales back to where they should be because of summer. Don't let summer scare you, first of all. That's step number 1. Don't let it scare you. Okay, not a big fan of country. You don't have to be a big fan of country to know that boots sell. Okay, so number 1, and this is, everyone always thinks like, oh, buy better items, price your items better. All that is correct, and we'll go over that. But number 1 is a sell-through rate. I just talked to a young lady who had the availability of items at a cheap price, and she took them. However, they're slow moving. We've talked about this a lot, and I really want to tell you guys and show you guys how you can figure out, like, you know, I get people, you know, a lot of you probably in the chat too, like, I have 700 active items and I sell 1 a day. It's bad. It's really bad. You know, 1% would be 7. So even 0.5% would be 3.5, 3, 4 items. You're selling 1 a day or 1 every other day, and they can't figure out why. Well, Sometimes it is the pricing. Sometimes it's the items. They're just bad items. They're listed bad. They're wrong titles, wrong keywords. It's all a combination. It's never one thing. But sell-through rate is what is so important. Not just your own sell-through rate. The sell-through rate of the items that you are selling. So let me give you an example. And I want you to take your notepad. I want you to take your iPad, take whatever. I'm watching myself on my iPad, by the way, guys. Take whatever tool, your phone, your iPad, your notes, your pen and paper, and write this down, what I'm about to tell you. So a sell-through rate on an item for eBay doesn't mean that an item isn't going to sell because it's slow. It just means that it could take a lot of time. Thrift Beast, congratulations on the Robert Graham shirt, by the way. So let's say that the item you're trying to sell is this cow tail candy. No, I'm just using something that's laying around here. Let's say that this item is a size 5, right? And we're just going to call this is a jean skirt. Who cares? Whatever. Size 5, right? And you look on eBay for, let's say this is an American Eagle jean shirt. Okay, a jean skirt. So this is an American Eagle jean skirt, and you look that up. And let's say there's 1,000. And I'm going to use the numbers that actually popped up earlier. There were like 1,100 active, all sizes. All I sorted by was used. You've got a used American Eagle girls jean skirt, okay? Women's jean skirt, whatever. 1,000 or 1,100 of them active, whatever it was. And over the last 90 days, 260 had sold. Now remember, there were 1,100 active and 260 sold. So there were actually 1,370 whatever listings, some odd listings that were active at some point over the course of the last 90 days. Now that's because we know all of those sold, and we know that since then, over these course of these 90 days, the rest, the other 1,100 were listed, whether it was 90 days ago, whether they've been up for 30 days, whatever it was, 1,300 total of these were listed in used condition of all sizes. Now, out of that, you're talking about 20% sold. 20% of the inventory sold in 90 days, 3 months. So that would take 5 cycles, 5 sets of 3 months, so 15 months for all 1,100 remaining to sell total. So 12 additional months, 15 total. And so that's kind of slow. And when you sort it, let's say it's a size 5. If you go and sort it even farther down to size 5, you get an even lower percentage or maybe a higher percentage. If it's higher, like let's say out of the size 5s, 25% sold or 30% sold of those numbers, then you know the size 5s perform better on a regular basis as opposed to just all of the sizes. And you can search by each size, or you could search by dark wash or short sleeve or long sleeve. You could figure out which type are selling better. Now you want to have a good percentage. People are going to ask me what's a good percentage. I would expect if you're going to sell an item and you want a quick sell-through rate, in 90 days, however many have been listed and sold, at least 33%, 40% is better in 3 months. I mean, you're only talking about at 1% a day, that would be 90% selling. So if we're talking about 0.5% a day, 0.5% per day over 30 days is 15% a month, 45% in 90 days. Really, that would be my target. 45% means it's a pretty quickly selling item, and in 6 months it should be gone. Now, of course, everything's going to make a difference: prices, conditions, styles, listings, keywords, titles. But in a numbers-based scenario, that's how long an item can take to sell. And if you go through your store, you got, everyone's like, okay, my jean skirt's slow, so what? I've got 400 other items. But if you take the time, homework step number 1, go through your items and check the sell-through rate on a majority of those items, especially mall brands or maybe a lower-end DVD player or a video game, you will find that the supply and demand, if there's 1,100 of something listed and only 2 a day selling, there's way more supply than there is demand. And that's how we figure out the quicker selling items. Okay, so Terapeak helps with that research tremendously. If you have a store subscription, and I believe you have to have, Paul, help me with this, is it a basic or better or a premium or better? I know premiums get it. I don't know if basics get it. I haven't had a basic since 5 years ago. Who knows? But Terapeak will help with that for sure. So, yeah, Darren sold Lucchese boots a couple weeks ago. Sold them too cheap, $45. Yeah, better pricing. We're going to talk about the better pricing. Fiddle with old listings every day. Yes, editing old listings, changing the price by a penny. We're going to talk about that too, editing. That's going to be number 5 on the list. But number 1 is checking all of your slow-moving items. If you've got a bunch of slow-moving items, then you have to consider moving them at a better price, because the only thing that's going to move slow moving items is if they're priced at the top of that. If you're competing with 1,000 other people and your item is 15 and the average sale price looks like it's 13, 14, but 500 other jean skirts are priced under yours, that's tough. Okay, so sell-through rates, number one. Number two is pricing. Be honest. You guys lie to yourselves so much about pricing. Just check sellhound.com and check eBay solds and be realistic. If 20 cowtails sold for $10 and one of them sold for 15 and you price yours at 15, 16, yours is going to sit forever. If there's only one and you want to price high and wait for the other one to sell and then yours will sell at a high price, great, fantastic. But if there's 500 cowtails and they're all 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 12, 13, 13, 13, and yours is 15, 16, $17, way down here, because most people sort by lowest price first, at least a majority of people do, your cowtail's never going to sell. Never. Just keep that in mind, right? Okay, so that's number two. Hey, Joan, welcome in live. I appreciate it. Jen, I got your email, by the way. Okay. So, Star just pointed out one of my next tips, which is going to be number 3, is editing and changing and listing and keeping up on your items. So even just making some slight edits. If you have items that have been sitting for a long time, but they appear to be honestly priced correctly, edit the price. If your item is priced at $23, make it $22.75. Make it $22.95. Just edit the price 10 cents or 50 cents or something. Edit the title. Move the keywords around in different order. Change a couple keywords. Take one out, add one in. If you've got room, just make some quick changes. You can edit, go to your actives. You can go to bulk edit and edit the titles and prices. You can do a bulk edit on select 50 items and just go through and bulk edit all those items and change them. It will help. Trust me. It seems stupid, but it's just proven. Many people in this group, in this chat, actually do this, and it works a lot. So, can I speak on bulk mobile friendly? Yeah, Flippin' Hustler. I'll do that in a second. Absolutely. I use Terapeak to see their calculation of average sale price. Yes, Terapeak, again, great. Paul pointed that out. So Star over at Flippin' Hippos, she just, number 3 on my list is to edit your items, refresh them, change them, play with them, fiddle with them, and keep up with them. Don't let them get stale over and over and over again. You don't want your cowtails to get stale. Trust me, they don't taste good when they're stale, right, guys? Right? Okay. Am I the only one? I hope you guys like the cowtail. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is going to be the pay to play. The reality is eBay's turning pay to play. Amazon's done it for many years. If you don't pay something, you're not going to get the sales. Do I think that promoted listings is life-changing? I think it's big. I don't think it's the end-all of end-all sales, but I think that having promoted listings absolutely increases your sales, whether it's 1% and duplicates your search, whether you're going balls out and doing 10%, whatever you choose to do. Now, everyone knows I run all mine at like 2% or 1%. I do it just to turn it on and duplicate the listings. I never go really higher. I did test out trending, which I think most of my stuff was trending between, I want to say like 7.5, 8.5. It didn't seem to help higher than the 1 and 2% that I'm running on the rest of my percentages. So I don't believe that higher percentages helps, but that's it. Star says she'll eat a stale cowtail. I will not. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. They seem to taste stale anyways. Comment on how many postings we need to do daily. I will. Postings daily depends on what you're selling, but we'll comment on that. So that's number 4 is pay to play. Please, if you don't have promoted listings on, please turn promoted listings on. Please, just 1%. Okay, number 5 is going to be luring in buyers. And I don't mean tricking buyers or scamming buyers. I mean waving a fun cowtail in front of buyers. I don't care which one you do or if you do all of them or a combination of them, but do something that puts a flashing sign in front of your buyers. If you don't run markdown manager sales, try it. Run a 5% off sale. If you don't run them at all, run a 5%. Run it for 3 or 4 days. Then when it ends, run it again for 3 or 4 days. Run it at 10%. Bump all your prices up $20 and run it at $20 off. Whatever you have to do to have a sale on. Trust me, buyers flock to it for whatever reason. It can't hurt. If you adjust the prices, having an item on sale, if you bump it up and then put it on sale, it can't hurt you. At very least, it's just going to say, oh, it's not selling. It's still not selling on sale. If you don't have free shipping and you have some neckties or some little teeny tiny cowtails for sale, try to add $2 to the price and put free shipping on. Trust me, that little tag that says free shipping, fast and free, whatever the heck it says, is a lure. It's a fishing. It's a hook. You got to throw that reel. You know, you're never going to catch a fish if you don't throw something out there to catch them with. So give it free shipping. Give it a sale price. You know, the promoted is something that the buyer doesn't technically see and they don't benefit from it. They just see that little sponsored. Half of them don't even know what it means. But the for sale or the free shipping or the whatever, that helps the buyer. It benefits them and they're like, wow, let me jump on this. It doesn't hurt to have top rated seller plus badges and tags too. I'm not saying everybody should go do free returns because that's how you have to get it. But if it's in your wheelhouse and you're able to do it, something to think about. It can't hurt, right? Have to have something to flash in front of the buyer. I'm the same way. When I buy stuff, I'm like, ooh, I say, you know, whatever the flashiness is that's gonna make it so I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and buy this item because it's, you know, it's on sale. It's whatever. So you got to do something to, you know, really reel in those buyers. I'm not a fisherman, but when it comes to selling stuff, I am. Okay. The proverbial carrot in front of the horse. It's more like the carrot in front of Casey on the treadmill, except it's a cowtail or a chocolate bar. Okay. My categories have stayed the same since the promoted listings came out. I would think trending rates would change after a while. They should. This is why we price high, to allow for best offers and sales. Yeah, Star's got it. Star's been having a killer week / last 30 days in sales. I feel like your sales have been really high, Star. The psychology of sales and charmed pricing. Yeah, Adam just linked it. Oh, everyone that was asking about subbing to Adam's channel, he just linked the interview that me and him did, like 2 weeks ago, Adam? Week and a half, 2 weeks ago? He just linked it there if you want to check it out. That's how you can sub to his channel. I used to always use calculated shipping and now do free as much as possible. It makes listing process go faster. That's true, Paul. The calculated does take a little more time. And I mean, once you have enough experience, you know, Paul's a longtime seller that knows pretty much what every item is going to cost him to ship. If he doesn't know exactly or right close to it, he has a pretty good idea. So he's able to adjust his pricing as needed. If you're not experienced enough in that, then definitely, you know, get some more experience, do some research on shipping, learn all the options you have between, you know, priority and first class and express and pirate ship and what have you. And once you get the hang of all the shipping, you can price things free because you know how much you have to include in your sale price. So pretty good. Can we bulk change the price of 50 items at once? Yes. You will go to active. You will select all of the items, check all or check each box of the ones you want. You will click edit selected, and then inside of your bulk edit screen, the prices will be one of the columns. You can simply just go click, you know, 25, 20, 15, just click each one, tab down, and then hit submit to save all. And that will save all those new prices at one time. Same bulk editing with somebody asked about mobile friendly. You would go into, I have a video on it, which somebody will have to find and link, but you'll go into your bulk edit, select all, bulk edit, go to the description tab, which will be near the top, and then you'll paste the link, the text that I have in that video into your bulk editor and then save it the same. So that's how you would do that. Save templates for shipping absolutely will help you. Friday, Paul, Friday, podcast Friday. Me and Keith have been working on getting the audio. It's difficult because we're not in the same state. So we're trying to record it through computers using different programs. We're trying to get the audio right. We'll have an episode up Friday, and then hopefully we'll be able to get it each week. We've been spending a lot of time between our work. You know, Keith works, I work, everybody's got stuff to do, you know, trying to upload and edit audio and get the podcast going. It's tough. So everything you're saying is sad. Some people don't agree and fall short. Yeah, Kenny, thank you. Actually, since I sell odd large items. Yeah, Paul, when Paul's selling the big large items, but like when he sold those hand warmers, he knew they were like $3 a piece to ship. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Don't bulk edit prices when you're running a sale. It gets all messed up. Yeah, Deb, great tip. If you are going to run a sale, if you want to bulk edit your prices, don't edit them one by one in bulk editor. Just bulk edit them and move them up like 10%. Like if you want to run a 20% off sale, but you only want like 10% discount, you could bulk edit your listings up 10% and then run the 20% off sale. So, yeah. Oh, there. Justin just linked out that bulk editor. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. You can edit prices directly on the active listing screen. Oh yeah, Eric just pointed that out. Speaking of, Eric has a very, very good store and a very good business. And Eric was having an issue. He actually did you email me or message me? I think he messaged me about his store sales being down, and a lot of people claiming their store sales are down. Eric has like super good experience. He has amazing items. You're welcome to share your store if you want, Eric. I know sometimes you don't like to keep it private, but he has amazing items. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to list. He knows how to describe and measure. He's got no issues with any of that. His prices are fair. He aims high, but he does things to sell stuff, and his stuff is quality and it's unique. A lot of his items might be, 100 Wrangler Aztec shirts, but he's got the only one with this crazy color design combination. So somebody's going to want it, and it may sit for a little while, but he gets that 40 or 50 bucks on a shirt he paid $5 for. And he's in a unique area where he gets unique stuff. The problem is his sales were down. And so, I took a look at his store. I've looked through his store quite a few times. I mean, I've looked at it, over the last year. And I was like, listen, Eric, it's always nice to have a fresh set of eyes. It doesn't have to be me. I mean, I don't mind looking at stores from time to time, and I did look at a bunch, but have your friend, have another seller, post it in the group. If you're in my VIP group, we have a new eBay listing party, not a listing party, but like a review party where I post it out and everyone can link their stores and we can get some outside eyes. Have another set of eyes look at your store, because as good as Eric is, as good and experienced as he is, sometimes it just helps to take a step back and look at it. He wasn't really doing anything wrong. I just think that it's a slow season. I think that, there was some room for him to run some more sales or run different combinations of things, or, maybe he does something different, coupon code. I don't know. There's a lot of things. If you're doing the same thing day after day after day and it's not working, change it up, refresh your listings, do what Star said, change your price by a penny, whatever you have to do. So, I like Audio Bomb, their podcast. Audio Bomb? I've never heard of that. Star, you have to message me that, or have Keith message me that so I can check that out. When I use free shipping, I get a lot of sales from California shipping from Florida, which is very high. Do you have any ideas about how to price shipping for possible farther away? You have to do worst case scenario, Angela. She has a great question. How do you prepare for packages that might go across the country? We're in Florida and somebody in California. So if it's first class, you have to assume it's going to go to California and it's going to be about $5 to ship. If it's going Florida to Florida, it's going to be, $3. So we know it's going to be in that middle. You have to prepare for that California worst case scenario. Same with priority. If it goes padded flat rate, it's $7.33 everywhere. If it's going to end up going priority by weight, and it's a 2 or 3 pound box, which maybe Florida to Georgia or Florida to Alabama might be $8, $9, $10. It's going to California, it's going to be $18 or $20. So just kind of prepare in the middle. If you're doing free shipping, add in enough to cover it, worst case scenario, or add in an average amount. If it's going to be 10 to Florida and 15 to California, do 12 or 13 to your price. You'll win some, you'll lose some. Find a happy medium. How do you work a subscriber discount? So you can do a coupon code, Mark, inside of Markdown Manager. You can create coupon codes to give out to people, and you can send a message like that. Watch other people's stores to learn. I have yours saved. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hey, Eric, welcome in. Welcome in. How do you refresh your listings? Denise, Star was talking about going in and bulk editing or editing your items, every day, or every, some amount of items every day, maybe not your whole store, but, do 20 today, 20 tomorrow, and just changing the price by a penny, or moving around your keywords, or changing your description and your title. Just editing a couple quick things so you can open an item, edit it, change a couple things, and hit save in 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and spend 30 minutes doing that on 30 items. So, hey, have a good night, Jeff. Appreciate you being here. Do you still promote accepted offers versus counter offering? Yes, I always counter every offer. It's very, very rare that I just out and out decline an offer. It happens. I do decline offers occasionally, but most of the time I just counter them. Thanks for hitting the like button. Appreciate everyone who is in the chat who hits the like button. It doesn't pay us money, but it helps the video get some traction and more people will be able to see it and get help from it. So if you do hit the like button, thank you before you leave out. I appreciate that ahead of time. Jen has an Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, I'll give you full credit, Jen, if you want to shoot that out and I can post it up. Hey, from Largo, what's up? My neighbor, what a workout, squatting, bending over, and digging. Yeah, Duchess Eberline went to my local bins. And we don't have the blue top bins at that location. It's those mail cart bins. It's huge. We have to reach over and dig in. And it's quite the workout. It is absolutely quite the workout. So agree with you on that one. Hey, Helen in South Carolina. Lots of you guys up in South Carolina. Jeff's from South Carolina too. Boop, 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 boop. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate that. Hey, look at my two faves up north in the great north. It's not snowing anymore. Father and Son's Treasures, $20 super chat. Thank you guys. Give them a big shout out and a big round of applause. Hashtag Father Son Treasures. Thank you both very, very much. I appreciate you in the chat, and I appreciate you being here for so long and supporting me as long as you guys have. Hopefully you make it down here to Florida. They're planning on it. Maybe one day. They live up north in the the cold. Anybody guess where Father and Son's Treasures is from? I'll give you a hint. They live in the Midwest. They live in the northern Midwest. They live in a very cold city, and they live in one of the biggest cities in this country. I bet somebody can guess it. Started eBay January 19, over 800 listed and 450 sold. Thank you so much. JoeTube has listed 800 items since January, February, March, April, and May. 5 months, meaning he's listed, 150 days. He's listing 2 items a day. 3 items a day would be 4 items a day would be 600. Over 5 items a day every single day, and he sold 450. That's crazy. That's 1,250. So Will says those bins are nasty. Yeah, the St. Pete Gandy bins really went downhill. Downhill quick. Random Biz Guy. Hello from Illinois, Wisconsin. I live on both sides. It's complicated. Angela says Chicago. Angela's on point today. Chicago. Yep. What you live right on the Illinois-Wisconsin border. What's the name of the town, Random Biz Guy? What's the name of the town? Dixie Girl. When someone creates a bundle on just one item, are we supposed to add other items and make offers? No, they want you to just to make an offer on the one item, Dixie Girl. No, counter offers boosting search. I don't believe... Okay, so the counter offer, having activity, offers and counter offers, does, getting offers on items does help search. That's true. If you counter it back, and you create more activity with the buyer, that could create better search for sure. I'm not 100% on that. Star may know something I don't know about that. I know the initial searches for sure. Yeah, Father Son's Treasures is from Chicago. Thrift Beast saying what's up from Toronto. Go Raptors. I think the Raptors got it wrapped up. 2 more wins. I think they're going to go ahead and handle business. No KD. I think the Warriors are history. No Clay either, I think, right? Yeah. Lots of you guys out in the Midwest and Missouri and Chicago. Big heads up, he might be listening on the road. Drive Time with Dave is on his yearly RV trip with his family. 5 kids, a wife and him, 7 of them in a 40-some-odd foot RV. I think it's 48-foot RV. They drove 2 days ago from Florida to Alabama to Baton Rouge to Shreveport, and they're leaving Shreveport for Amarillo, Texas tomorrow. So they are going to Colorado. I can't remember the name. Alamosa, Colorado is where they're headed. So hated Drive Time with Dave if he's out there listening. I think he is. So he's headed out to the Midwest with you guys too. And Nancy out in Chicago. Counters are activity and make your item seem desirable to continue, so it's better than declining or ignoring. Yeah, I never decline or ignore offers simply because I want to try to close a deal. I did not know that the counter offers were activity. I knew the offers were, but I didn't know the counter offers were. That's pretty cool. Look at all you guys all over the country. Make sure you're part of the Facebook group because there are people from all walks of life and all cities that can help you with places to thrift, places to go. You know, you could create meetup groups. We're going to do city meetups inside of the big Facebook group. And you can always email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I do ship to Alaska and Hawaii occasionally, not that often, but most of my items are first class or priority. Now, since the change, first class has gone nutsola on me, a couple dollars extra, so have to be careful with that. Do I recommend getting an LLC? For most people, For me, yes. Tax purposes, as a sole proprietor, you're only taxed on your money once. A single owner LLC is taxed one time as well. So it does make sense. I do recommend it, but as always, check with your CPA. Check with somebody that has experience with either e-commerce or small working out of your home businesses. They'll be able to help you better than I can, especially with your state, because remember, every state is different as well. We have no state income tax here. It's great. Hey, Christine Feeney, thank you so much for the $1.99. Appreciate that. And welcome into Lakeland and Tampa and Clearwater, all of my neighbors. Greg shipped an electronic to Hawaii and it got there in 3 days. That is crazy good. My mom texted me a picture from Hawaii and it took 3 days to get here. Just a little joke for everyone. Little joke. What is the paid Facebook group name? It is Rockstar Entrepreneur Network. That is the private group. If you want to join that one, you certainly can. Just let me know. Email me or message me. And you get all of the bolos and guides included in that. If you guys enjoy these daily bolos, please do go comment on them and watch them and share them with people so they can see some of these items. Once we have 100 of them after 100 days, they're in a playlist, so you'll be able to watch them one after another. So that's going to be kind of awesome too. I do require immediate payment. The problem is on best offers, you cannot require immediate payment. So keep that in mind. And I want to open it up. Q&A. We'll do questions. Yeah, it's 9:30, so let's do Q&As for a few minutes, for a little bit. Red Neckerson's resales. Welcome in. $1.27 for the odd amount. I appreciate every penny of the super chats. Thank you guys for those. Father, Son, Treasure, Red Neckerson, and Christine Feeney for the super chats tonight. Yeah, Q&A. Go ahead. Ask questions. eBay, Amazon, Posh. If you're shipping a shipment to FBA, if there's something you need to know, if there's something you're scared to ask, if you always watch this but you're quiet, please don't be quiet. Please go ahead and ask away. And if you do have to head out, make sure that you hit the like button before you roll out. It means a lot to me. Father, Son, Treasures. We found 5 Wii units at Goodwill, listed them on Amazon, and sold all 5 in less than 24 hours. Man, video games and electronics, guys. If you love clothes, if you love shoes, if that's your business, fine. But mix other things, and you have to diversify. You have to. So, Neutron Bomb is worth it. Join. Thank you. I appreciate that. The group is definitely helpful. There's some amazing people. Most of the people you see in this chat are there. So, definitely consider joining the group. And if you want to, just email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I will get you in tonight. And I appreciate all that. I have 2,300 items in my store now. This is Jeremy Kosiba. Is that how you say it? I'm working on board games, summer stuff, more odd stuff to buy in bulk to sell for higher prices. Storage is getting tough. I'm about on a second unit. Oh, a storage unit, right? Jeremy, using a storage unit. How big is your storage unit, Jeremy, and how much do you pay? What area are you in, if you don't mind my asking? Should I get a reseller's license or wholesale? There's not really anything like a reseller's license. There's no such thing as that per se. What you need, for some counties and some states is a secondhand license. Paul DeLeo, thank you for the super chat, 99 cents. But you definitely need your tax ID to buy wholesale, no doubt. How many items do you have listed on Amazon if you prefer one platform over the other between eBay and Amazon? I like both. Obviously, Amazon for electronics, 400 or so active, and eBay for clothing, shoes, and other things. So, both platforms. I do both. What's the best way to sell Legos? Color, size, sets. Sets, if you have it, number one. And then beyond that, usually either by the type, like by the pound, or by the type. Like if you have certain like all Harry Potter ones, but you don't have the full set, that's okay. How are men's Western shirts selling? They're actually selling really good. Western shirts always are consistent. Western country wear are things that I recommend always having, summer and winter. Once you hit 1,000 listings, would you recommend getting another store or just paying the per listing fee? After premium, I mean, if you're paying after 1,000 listings with premium, you're paying 10 cents. If you're getting another store, it does make sense after a certain amount. So it's $60 for 1,000 free. And let's say that you have 1,500 listings. So for the other 500, you're going to pay 50. For 1,600, you're going to pay 60. Obviously, it would make sense to get another store or not to upgrade to Anchor because you're going to pay way more. So you have to, figure out how many listings you have or how many you can have and how much that would cost in both directions. So it's just going to all depend on how many you have. YouTube gave you free premium money to give away. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Less drama, more info. Absolutely, Deb. 100% agree. What are your thoughts on Poshmark jumping on the houseware home train good? Nicole Watkins. Okay. So Posh built its reputation on clothing and shoes and purses and accessories. Going into home goods like pillows and blankets is not what Posh is about. However, there's the obvious reason that they did it for money. I mean, they're never going to turn down money. A lot of people were listing those items anyways, and getting, some getting caught, some not. And so it was a tough market. Thank you, Neutron Bomb, for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that. And obviously Posh wants to make money off those items getting listed anyways and just make money in general. So it makes business sense for them. I don't think it is their brand or their niche, but I don't think it's going to hurt them. So like if somebody that's, a rapper goes and puts up a gospel song, well, that's got nothing to do with it, and it's going to kill him. It'll crush him. But if a clothing and accessory business allows you to sell pillows, it may not stay with their brand, but it's not going to be the end of the world for them. So I think they'll do well. I think they'll make money. They got to get it straight and get some of the rules about, you can sell picture frames, but you can't sell glass. Well, most picture frames have glass. Catch 22 there, but they'll get it right. And I'm not a fan of it. If you want to ask me, I wouldn't want to sell that sort of stuff on Posh. I'd rather sell it on eBay. So that's just me. Dinky Dialogue, thank you so much. Yeah, Eric, video game systems are hot sellers. Mark, I have a few listings that's the item is trending at say $20. I have it at 10. It still hasn't sold for 3 months. eBay keeps telling me to lower the price. It could be a size or a combination are we talking clothing or are we talking something else? Do I cross list? Yes. Some of the items go from eBay to Amazon, Amazon to eBay, and eBay to Posh. Absolutely. I thought Macari was crap. Then my daughter started selling on there and is selling 5 items every day, and she has less than 50 items. Wow. Randy doing really well on Macari. That's really good. Be careful with Macari. I got several, half a dozen or more messages from people who were booted because Macari identified them as a seller. It was weird. Hey, Darren in Sarasota, how you doing? Jeremy says he pays $130 a month for one, and I have half in my garage. I'm working on shelves. How big is that storage unit, Jeremy, for $130? After how much money made from reselling do you think you should be registered as a business and paying taxes? Well, you have to report all of your income and sales on your taxes. PayPal does not report, well, they do report it. They just don't send you a 1099 until you hit 20,000 a year and 200 transactions. However, if you're making any money from reselling, whether it's $1, $10, $100, $1,000, you need to report it on your income taxes. Most of the time, if you have expenses and receipts, you can get out of owing money on that amount if it's a small amount, or owing very little if you're not making a ton of money. Now, once you get to be making serious money, of course, you have to pay everything that you owe. As far as being registered as a business, you should do it pretty soon. At the very least, get a tax ID number as a sole proprietor on irs.gov and go from there. You can certainly change into an LLC or get a DBA or something like that, down the road. Even the best clothing stores have decorative home good items. Yeah, that's true. Adding in that extra little bit. Not to mention a lot of people on Poshmark use pillows and blankets and decorations as staging for their clothing. So, Jen, thank you. I'll check that after the show. Nancy says it fits perfectly. Arlene, thank you. And Darren, thank you for the $1.99 super chat I just saw. Thank you so much. I was told an item I sold was already sold to someone else. What to do about this in Poshmark? Dinky, I'm not sure what you mean. If you sold an item to someone that was active, I'm not sure how it could have been sold to someone else. Good question. Helen Davis just had an awesome question that I have been asked a couple times. She says if she sells mostly adult products, do you recommend adding the products like kids' clothes or others or a second store? I would highly recommend a second store. Here's why. If somebody is shopping on eBay and they have confirmed their account as being an adult account, 18 and over, they will see all of your items in your store as usual. They will see a piece of clothing and a shoe right next to a Playboy magazine. Normal people who are shopping for Playboys are not going to care. They're going to search for Playboy. They're going to find, they're going to click on your listing. Maybe they buy it, maybe they don't. Somebody who's searching for clothes, who clicks on your kid's clothing during a search and navigates over to your store or your whatever, is then going to see all those other items that you have for sale. So that's what you don't want. In that instance, I would probably recommend a second store for sure. I registered my eBay business just a few months after because my bank required in order to open it. Yeah, absolutely. You got to be registered to open a business bank account. Are there any good page group person to legit check a pair of Nikes for me? Eric, there are a couple people in our big group. Shoot me over some pictures in Facebook and message me or something, and I will post them in the big group. Jen, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You've done plenty. Trust me. Only 7 weeks until eBay open. Excited. 5x10 right now holds about 1,000 items, I believe, on the ground. I'm putting them in boxes now. They're numbered in bags. So Jeremy paying $130 to hold 1,000 items. $130 a month for a storage unit for 1,000 items. You could probably get way more in there, I would assume, too. When's the next meetup in the Tampa Bay area? We're going to do a Florida meetup at the end of this year, sometime in the fall. I'm going to get the details of that together ASAP. It's probably going to be in Orlando or something like that. Yeah, it does seem like we were just in Vegas, but it's been a while. It's been a while. I can't wait. 7 weeks, guys. Your sales permit got canceled for not filing. I don't know how Texas does it. Here in Florida, if you don't file, you get fined, and then you have to refile, and you have to send it in with the fine money plus what you owe. I don't know about them canceling it. I don't think it does that here in Florida. You just get in a lot of trouble. Over $500 from Philly. We bought our plane tickets and paid like $600-700 for two. So we're good. We're in business. Has anyone else noticed major traffic and sales changes since the Home Goods launch on page? It seems like it put a major kick in the algorithm. Nicole, is that on the plus side or the negative side? Everybody told me that Posh has been doing really good lately. I think Star's been doing really good on Posh. So 190 people. Thank you guys for joining in. Make sure you hit the like button whenever you do roll out of here, whenever you decide to click off. I'm going to go in probably about 5 more minutes or so. We've been on, what, like 45 minutes almost? Yeah. So I'll answer a few more questions. Make sure you guys do the homework. I just had my phone somewhere. Who knows where that phone went? I just got a subscription. Thank you, Cape Cod Reseller, for the subscription. Appreciate that. Give me a second. I'm going to bring up the homework. Okay, so make sure you go through your sell-through rates, the 5 pieces. Sell-through rates, check your prices. Be honest with yourself over the prices. Make sure you're promoting listings, even if it's just 1%. Do what Star said and edit and refresh your items by editing just the title or some keywords or a price down 10 cents or something. Daily, try to edit a few of them at least. And make sure that you do something to buzzword lure in customers, not scam them, but lure them into your store. Throw the hook out there, run a sale, run some free shipping, run something to get that flashy sign in front of them to get them in. Jen can't give away ties on eBay. Send me one of your active ties, Jen. Let me take a look at how you have them listed. What's the group's thoughts on other sites? Bonanza is super slow. Etsy is great. A lot of people use Etsy. Vicky and Katie use Etsy very, very well. Quite a few people use Etsy with success. I don't. In Florida, do we need to report taxes charged monthly? I just got my resale certificate. Sal the Entrepreneur. No, Florida sales tax, if that's what you're referring to, is quarterly. So January, February, March, we're currently in the April, May, and June. So you need to be collecting for April, May, and June. And then you will file it after the 1st of July. You get to file it for April, May, and June. You have to wait till June's over. And then in July, you file it. The cutoff is usually around the middle of the month, 17th, 18th, 19th. But you have to pay it 2 days before to allow them time to process it. So just know that you need to put in your sales tax somewhere between like the 13th and 15th to get it in time. So make sure you've got April, May, and June all caught up. Justin, thanks for the $5 super chat. Don't let the Wrecking Crew eat your homework. Thanks for the content. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support, Justin. I haven't listed any home goods yet. You have to file a tax even if you have no sales. Yes. In Florida, if we have 0 sales, we still have to file sales tax. Thanks to all the moderators. Yes, thank you to all of our moderators. Tell them a big thank you for what they do. I mean, it was sold on eBay and today on Posh. Oh, if you sold it on eBay, you need to go ahead and ship it out on eBay and cancel the Posh order. Don't cancel the eBay because that will penalize you. And keep a really good eye on your items and take them down when they sell. How often do you have the live show? The live show here is every Thursday at 9 p.m. once a week. And then I have a live show inside of my private Facebook group for only the members. And we do more Q&As and things. And that's at least twice or 3 times a month, as much as I can. In fact, we're going to be doing another one probably next week. I've never sourced, from OfferUp. Yeah, local purchasing I have sourced from OfferUp. Yep. Do you use software to track profit or cross-list? I use QuickBooks for all of my sales, expenses, and profits. I have an entire accounting program that I made available to everyone in case they wanted to use Excel and QuickBooks to track their profits and their sales and their expenses and their inventory. I don't do software for cross-posting. I do it manually. But there are some that will do from eBay to Amazon, Amazon to eBay, eBay to Etsy, etc. 6-Bit, Crazy Lister, Magento, and Sellbrite, B-R-I-T-E, are all really good ones to use. Yep, filing penalties in Florida. They'll get you. Thank you, Sal. When you sell on eBay, do you have to pay tax for everything you sold? Do I have to save money away to pay? Yes. Anime Insane, please get a CPA. Don't ask for advice here on YouTube, but you do have to report everything that you've sold. You're supposed to. It doesn't mean you'll owe money, but you have to report it. If eBay is collecting your sales tax, every state is different. You do not have to pay it, but you still may have to file it with the amount stating that eBay paid it. Here in Florida, we have that. So if I sell a bunch of stuff and eBay collects $100 in sales tax and pays it for me, which they haven't started yet, so I'm still collecting Florida and paying it myself, I have to file with the state that $100 in sales tax was collected and eBay paid it. Now, if I sold some other stuff locally and I owe them $120, well, I would send them $20 because I owe $120. It shows eBay paid $100. I owe the balance of $20. Every state is different. Please check with a CPA or ask your Department of Revenue. Nose Picker, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Always know your numbers, yeah. Paul, high volume Florida sellers may be required. Isn't that like some ridiculous number, Paul, like $10 million a year? He's right, but I don't really remember. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. High volume like Walmart big, yeah. Will eBay contact me on how to go about it with my tax pro? Sorry, I'm going to do more research on this. I live in California. No, eBay is not going to help you with your taxes. They are not going to help you. You have got to get a CPA and somebody who's educated on eBay selling to teach you how to save your invoices, to teach you how to get your numbers. My accounting program will help you a lot. It sounds like you're very, very beginnerish on this. And don't take that the wrong way. A lot of people are. This might help you. It might not, but you've really got to get your numbers under control. Get a CPA and cover your butt. There's no doubt about it. So, Nancy, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you to everyone who super chatted. I really appreciate all of that. Justin and Darren and Paul sending him over. Neutron Bomb and Red Neckerson was there. Christine Feeney and of course Father Son Treasures up in Chicago. Thank you guys for all the super chats. But definitely get a CPA. Absolutely get one. Yeah, I'm going to get ready to head out. Make sure you guys check out our admins, Star, Justin, and Adam's Exploits. Go subscribe to his channel now. Use the link to watch our interview and hit the subscribe button while you're watching it. He's so close to 1,000 subs. I really want to help him get there. I did not check your sub count today, Adam. I forgot. I know you were at like 805 or 810 or something. But let's help get him. If just a few of you guys, 10, 15, 20 of you go over there and subscribe to his channel, he'll be right there. I'm checking his social blade right now to see where he's at. As he gets close to 1,000, I get close to 100,000, and I want to get to that number too. Looks like he's got about 820 subscribers. So appreciate all that you do, Adam, as an admin, and I appreciate everyone else. And I'll let you guys roll out of here. How much did you pay the CPA? Probably a couple $100 at most. How do you add sales tax to your listings? Vic, it's under settings. for your account settings. Go to my eBay account overview and then account settings. 817. Sandy, message me privately or email me, but I'm not sure yet. I have to let you know. I'll check on it. So, yeah, we'll have a party for Adam. I'm going to roll out of here. I got to get some work done. So, thanks, guys, for admitting. Thanks, guys, for joining. Hit the like button before you leave. Darren, thank you with the last-minute super chat. I'll see you guys next time. 78 likes and 178 people. Hit the like button, guys. Roll out and hit that button. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Good night.